Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game we've got, something a little bit different. This is Alf Radagast. He is playing in the Grand Battles game mode. He's playing the Satsuma. There are both the Satsuma Super Battleship and the Hanover Super Battleship available. And this is an interesting ship. I mean, what they've done here. It's let me read what it says. Satsuma is a project based on the Tier 10 Imperial Japanese Navy Yamato with reinforced primary armament, 510mm guns in 4 twin-gun turrets. Also available is the Hanover, and what they've got about that is Hanover is a project H-42 design with 483mm guns placed in 4 twin-gun turrets and her secondary battery replaced with 128mm dual-purpose artillery. So these are the super battleships that you can play. I'm going to, because there was a new bug introduced with 10.5, I'm going to go in. These will not stay checked for replays, so I have to go in and do this each time, get that done. But that allows us to kind of keep track of what ships have taken damage. And it also gives us a little bit more information about the ship, what the ship is, who's playing it. So, how do these grand battles work? Well, if you're unfamiliar, here are the key rules, and this is off of the World of Warships site. The battle format is 9 versus 9 with tier 9 and 10 ships, including super battleships. Restrictions: no more than 3 super battleships per team. You will receive Satsuma and Hanover as rental ships as soon as update 10.5 goes live. To enter a battle at the helm of a super battleship, you'll need a new temporary resource: intelligence reports. You can earn them by participating in the Grand Battle, playing Tier 9 and 10 ships. You'll also be given some when you first log into the game each day after update 10.5 hits the servers. You'll be granted access to some special combat missions. Their rewards include dazzling expendable camouflages, a commemorative flag, and the Grand Battle patch. It remains to be seen whether these things are going to be added into the game on a regular basis. You can see the searchlights there that activated when. I haven't played any of these games, so I don't exactly know what caused the searchlights to come on, but some kind of special skill has been activated. Now, as far as Satsuma is concerned, it was actually a real Japanese battleship. It wasn't really much like what they've got it represented as here in the game. This is off of Wikipedia. Just some general information about the real Satsuma. Satsuma was a semi-dreadnought battleship built for the Imperial Japanese Navy in the first decade of the 20th century. Lead ship of her class, she was the first battleship built in Japan. She was named for Satsuma Province, now a part of Kagoshima Prefecture. The ship saw no combat during World War I, although she led a squadron that occupied several German colonies in the Pacific Ocean in 1914. Satsuma was disarmed and sunk as a target in 1922 to 1924 in accordance with the terms of the Washington Naval Treaty of 1922. A little background about the ship, again from Wikipedia. The Satsuma class was ordered in late 1904 under the 1904 War Naval Supplementary Program during the Russo-Japanese War. Unlike the previous Kotori-class pre-dreadnought battleships, they were the first battleships ordered from Japanese shipyards, although Satsuma used many imported components. They were originally designed with a dozen 12-inch, that's 305mm guns, but had to be redesigned because of a shortage of guns in Japan and to reduce costs. So, very different from what we're seeing here in the game. And you can see that the searchlights are on again, which means the special skill has been activated. Now our hero, while I've been talking, has put 24 shells on target. That's 24 shells in just over 5 minutes for 56,715 damage. And has a broadside Hanover to shoot at. Hanover's trying to angle, but I don't know how much good that's going to do. Shells went a little bit high there. Good guys are down a Hanover. Bad guys are down an Elbing. That Hanover right there is in pretty rough shape. Be a little bit high, but we'll see. Either way, I think that Hanover is about to be sunk. Yeah, it looked like there were a few hundred hit points left. Wherever those shells landed, or wherever that shell landed, it was enough. And Alpha Radagast has his first ship sunk at 63,426 total damage. Just about 6.5 minutes in. So each team now down 2 ships. Good guys are down a Montana and a Hanover. Bad guys are down a Hanover and an Elbing. Now, the Elbing, of course, is one of the new, what I'm calling heavy German destroyers. It's a good ship. But having said that, I really do prefer the playstyle of the Z-52 to the Elbing. Elbing plays more like, at least for me, more like a cruiser. Torpedoes are very slow. The AP it's pretty gnarly. You can do a lot of damage with the AP. The couple games that I've played in the Elbing, I have accumulated quite a few Citadel hits, but I just don't find the playstyle as fun. It's kind of a stay at range and spam HE. You can murder cruisers if they show you broadside, especially Royal Navy cruisers, the light cruisers. I put a lot of Citadel shots into Minotaur the other day, so you can do the same thing to Neptune or Edinburgh or Fiji. I guess you won't see Fiji, but you will in the Felix Schultz, which is the Tier 9. And there, of course, pretty much any light cruiser you can literally shred with the Elbing. But I like a DD that can get in a little bit closer, and the Elbing, Felix Schultz, etc., they're really not designed to get in close. Okay, back to this game. Almost 72,000 damage, and Ibuki looks like he's flattening out his line a little bit, and if these shells are on target, I think that Ibuki's in big trouble. Well, about 10k damage. Not as bad as it could have been, but enough. It'll probably keep that Ibuki from wanting to get close. In terms of positioning, well, the bad guys, they've got a positioning advantage, in my opinion. They've secured the Alpha and the Bravo cap. Good guys have Charlie. But the bad guys are positioned in such a way as to be able to hold those caps pretty well. Now you've got friendly Shima that might land torps on either the Montana, the Hanover, or both. But as you just saw, the friendly Kurfürst just ate a whole bunch of torpedoes. And he's put himself in a position where he's liable to eat an onion. He's going to go down right there. So, as it stands right now, the bad guys really do have the edge. They've got 2 cap to 1 advantage. They're up 7 ships to 6. And now the Minotaur is just raining shells on Alf in his Satsuma. Doesn't look like the friendly Shima has had a whole lot of success over there. At least not yet. And he's got to be careful because there is a Yugamo out there that has really great detection. And if the Yugamo lights him up, Hanover and Montana can just splatter that Shima. Friendly Friesland lights up the Yugamo, so it's really good to know where that ship's at. Spotlights are on again, activating the special ability. Not sure if that's a reload boost or just what that is. If you know what that is, and you are willing, please take a minute and put it in the comments. I'd love for people to know what that means, but since I haven't played this mode at all yet, I really don't know. Oh, that Mino's in big trouble here, I think. Yeah. Nice shot, Alf. That Mino showing broadside. Oof. Friesland finishes off the Yugamo, and just like that, this game has a totally new complexion. Good guys now have a one-ship advantage. And Friesland, if he just is patient for a minute, he'll have the help of the Donskoy. Those are Yugamo torps, I'm sure. So Friesland's probably just trying to go dark so he doesn't get beat up by the Ibuki. There's still an Izuma way out there somewhere on the 10 line. Shima does manage to drag down the Hanover with torpedoes. Montana showing some side. And Alf gets off a volley. Okay, so we can see the thing down there on the bottom says auto. That must be it's got to be a reload booster or something, right? You can see how it kind of charged up a little bit. You can see where it's gold along the bottom. Land enough shells or do enough damage. That thing fills up and then gives you a reload boost. That's my guess. Just under 8 minutes to go. Nice shot. Alf is just shy of 168,000 damage. These big guns, these are really big guns. Able to just shred things. As long as you put the shells on target, they're going to do some damage. Ibuki running broadside. Looks like you got to try to get behind cover behind that island, but if these shells are on target, he's going to follow the way of the Minotaur. Yeah. Looks like Ibuki managed to avoid those shells. Alright, well, whatever happened there, and I don't think it was damage based. That thing along the bottom that says auto, it got filled up. Ibuki just turned nose in. Well, these shells, 510 millimeter guns, I don't think Ibuki can bounce these. Nope. What was that, just shy of 19,000, something like that? Yeah, that's some pretty juicy damage. And I think it's about to happen again. That might be it for the Ibuki. You can see the Izumo out there. Looks like he did some healing up since the last time we saw him. Oh, Ibuki survives that with just one overpen, one shell landing. It's alright. I think Friesland's going to drag him down. Friesland doesn't get him the Shima well. They're both shooting at him. Indy got him. Alright. Guess it doesn't matter who got him. Somebody got him. And the bad guys are down to 2 ships. And this game is pretty securely in the bag. This could finish Izumo. It does. That's kill number 3 for Alf. And because this could end rather abruptly, I will right now say, Alf, thank you very much for sending in the game replay. And not having played this mode at all, kind of interesting to see. Not sure how I feel about the whole idea of super battleships or this gimmicky thing, whatever this auto thing is in the bottom that recharges. I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't know. I'd love to hear any feedback anybody watching this may have about the game mode, the ships, etc. in the comments. That might hurt. Well, what happened there? Little lag. That was weird. Well, 202,000 damage and counting. Here's hoping Alf gets the last shot. He's tanked over 2 million in potential damage, but with only one bad guy left. This game's all over but the shouting. So I will say thanks again, Alf, for sending in the game replay and for giving me a little bit of a glimpse into this game mode. Those of you joining me, thank you very much if you haven't already. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.
Our 軍の勝利は目前です。